I think it's number 36. Yeah. See how close I got to the camera? This is number 36 YouTube Live Yoga Routine. And today, I was reading this morning. Stop complaining, start thanking. This giant, here I go, I can't speak this morning. It's by J.P. Vaswani. And the thumbnail is going to be the attitude of gratitude. This whole chapter, of course, is about having gratitude. And this one sentence, in my opinion, for me, sums it up. And it really helped out. So the sentence is, if we are not satisfied with what we have, we are not likely to be satisfied even if it were increased many times. So this morning, I was messing with the camera for about 15 minutes, trying to get a non-wide angle, just so when I step back, my leg doesn't disappear, sort of. And I couldn't figure it out. I mean, I could figure it out on the camera I have, but it wasn't connecting to YouTube properly. It was showing it, but it wasn't, it was blurry. I don't know the technical term, but it was blurry. So I had to go back to the old school, not old school, the old way I had it. But when I read that part of gratitude, I am grateful for having the wide angle. I'm grateful to even have the ability to have this, even though it's a progress, it's a project in progress. I'll say it like that. Yesterday I went and bought some nails. I hang up my picture. Grateful for that. Grateful to have $1.98. Only need 3 nails, but I bought a whole little box of them. Anyway, so I am grateful, and that's what I wanted to share. I'm gonna open this door today. Probably goes in the camera. Oh, okay. So today we're gonna do 2 sun salutations slowly. Look at my phone for the stopwatch. And we're gonna begin the mountain pose, settle ourselves, 2 sun salutations with a few variations that we usually don't do. We're gonna do the pigeon, and we're gonna do the plank, and we're gonna do the high lunge. I was thinking maybe not to do the high lunge, but so we'll do the pigeon, the plank, and the high lunge. But we'll do those in the second sun salutation. So we'll begin the mountain pose, the 2 slow sun salutations with variations in them, back to the mountain pose. And then what we'll do is go into easy pose, wind down, and seal it up with a yogic seal. And doesn't seem like it would be long, but hopefully it's around 30 minutes. Actually, it'd be about 25 minutes. So let's go ahead and begin. We're going to go to mountain pose. Feet are shoulder width apart. And shoulder width apart, when I say shoulder width apart, that's just proper balance. You know, proper balance actually would be like this, but proper balance for the mountain pose. Toes go up. Spread the toes as wide as you can. Each toe touches one at a time to the floor. Knees are slightly bent. Hips are tilted. Arms are relaxed. Shoulders relaxed. And you're going to think of yourself as being tall. So lengthen up, get yourself tall, and you're finding that spot where the skeleton is just standing. And everyone's going to be different. So find that spot. No tension anywhere, just the skeleton standing. And focus on the breathing. And the focus on the breathing is what links the mind and body to be together. Hopefully I can speak better through the routine. So the focusing on the breathing allows the mind and body to become one, which is yoga. And then when you go into these poses, make sure you're settling in them, accept where you are, then focus on the breathing, and that will allow the mind and body to become one. So we're going to go ahead and begin. Palms come together. All I'm doing is the prayer. So I go here, up and back. My hands disappear into the camera, but all I'm doing is the prayer. And if you want to go back like this, you do that. Whatever's comfortable for you. As long as the mind and body's connecting, you're doing yoga. So thumbs to the heart center. Push the arms out, up and back. Inhale. For me, I'm kind of tight today from yesterday. And then exhale, going down. You're just going to hang into the ragdoll, hang in the ragdoll. So arms are dangling, head is dangling, no tension anywhere. And you're just focusing on the breathing. Again, that focusing on the breathing is what allows the mind and body to connect as one. Now bring the palms to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Arch the back, raise the head, inhaling slowly, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Now exhale, pull yourself in and down, bring the forehead towards the knees, push all the air out. Again, arch the back, raise the head, do the best you can, inhale. And then exhale, pull yourself in and down, push all the air out. And we're going to go again, arch the back, raise the head, inhale. And then exhale, push all the air out. The palms go to the sides of the feet. Left leg is back into a low lunge. So the knees to the floor, top of the foot's to the floor. Square up the shoulders. You want to square up the shoulders, but you're just going to square up the hips, pushing forward. Back straight, maybe arched a little bit, focusing on the breathing. And what I'm focusing on, why I'm messing up, I'm talking, I'm messing up because I'm thinking if the camera's working. See, I'm not doing yoga. So I'm wondering, hey, is it blurry? Is the audio messed up? I know it's echoing, which is fine, but I'm wondering if it's messing up. So I'm not focused. But I'll get there by the second sun salutation. Same with you. So wherever you are, you accept it. Say, hey, accept it, accept it. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, into a high lunge. So the knee is going off the floor. Leg is straight, back leg is straight. Do the best you can. Again, for me, I'm a little tight this morning just from doing stuff yesterday and the day before, actually. And just focus on the breathing. So you settle in the pose, then you accept where you are, then you focus on the breathing. The acceptance is what we're learning on the yoga mat. But as long as your mind and body is connecting, that's yoga. So you're doing yoga. No matter how the pose looks. Now you're going to go to downward dog. You're going to push into it. Arms are straight. Legs are straight. Tailbones going to the ceiling. Heels are going towards the floor. No tension in the neck. The head is dangling. You're just focusing on the breathing. You slide into the upper dog, you drop down to the knees and the chest, you slide up. Now modify this how you have to. If you need to do the small cobra, where you're to the belly, no pressure on the hands, so you're not pushing up, you're pulling up, you're using your back muscles. The palms are touching the floor, but they're not pushing, they're not being used. Or go into the upper dog. Whatever you like to do, whatever you need to do, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. Again, as long as the mind and body is connecting, you're doing yoga. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight. Tailbones going to the ceiling, heels towards the floor. I need to fix my shirt. Now, left foot goes up between the hands into a low lunge. So with the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, square up the hips, pushing diagonally. So you're pushing forward, back straight, maybe arched a little bit. Settle in the pose, accept where you are, and focus on the breathing. Finger the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up into a high lunge. Do the best you can, settle in it, accept where you are, focus on the breathing. You're going to go into the standing forward bend. So right leg goes up between the hands, pull yourself in and down. So the palms are to the calves, elbows into the sides of the legs. Pull yourself in and down, focusing on the breathing. Palms together, reach out, up and back. Inhale, turn the palms out, push the air down and out. Exhale. One more sun salutation with the variations. Inhale and exhale. And on this sun salutation, pull yourself in and down. So with this sun salutation, we're not going to do the high lunge, but we are going to do the plank and the pigeon. We already did the high lunge in the first sun salutations. Or sun salutation. Palms to the sides of the feet. Right leg is back into a low lunge. So with the back foot, top of the foot to the floor, knees to the floor, square up the hips, pushing them forward diagonally. Back is straight or maybe arched. You're on your fingertips or your palms. Today, I'm on my fingertips. Sometimes I can do my palms, but most of the time. We get up tight today. And it's all right, because I'm settled into it. I'm going to accept where I am. I'm going to focus on my breathing. Now with the pigeon, you're going to get there how you have to, but the left foot goes over to the right side. Is a foot down from the hand, or about a foot down from the hand. So lengthen up some. I hit the wall, so I need to lengthen up. I can scoot up. And you're going to fall on top of the leg. So you square up the hips, fall on top of the leg. You're not pushing down in this pose. You're accepting it. You just settle into it. Fall where you fall. Accept it. Focus on the breathing. And think of nothing else but the breathing. Now you're going to bring yourself up. Arms go straight. You're kind of doing a scoop with the back. So you're scooping, pushing forward. Hips are still square. So you're pushing up a little bit. Head is dropping back if you can. And you're reaching out. So you're doing a scoop. I know that's a Pilates term, basically. So, but you're scooping out. And you're going to fall back on the leg. And bring yourself back up. Pushing up, arms are straight. Scooping, pushing forward. Just do the best you can. Settle in the pose. Accept where you are. Focusing on the breathing. If you're focusing on the breathing, you're aware of where you're feeling the stretch. You're aware of what's going on around you. Like me, I'm aware of the birds outside. I can hear the birds. I can feel my lower back. Well, actually, I feel it right here. Of course, I can feel it here, in my hips. Now from here, you're going to go back into the low lunge, but you're going to get there how you have to. So I would suggest getting out of the stretch first, then moving into the low lunge. Now think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up to a high lunge. We won't stay here. We'll settle in it. Then move into the downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, heels are to the floor. Tailbones to the ceiling. Do the best you can. Accept where you are and focus on the breathing. You're going to slide into the upward dog or modify it how you have to. Slide up. Focus on the breathing. Modify it. Even if you're modifying it, you're accepting it. That's what you're learning on the yoga mat. Acceptance. Back to downward dog. Now we're going to go into a plank. 30-second plank. We'll do one plank today. Gotta find my stopwatch. So in the plank, you modify it. You need to go down to the knees, you go down to the knees. You need to straighten up. Do what you can. All right, so go up And with the plank, the belly button's going into the spine. So you're engaging the abs, but you're still breathing. 20 more seconds. Back to downward dog, pushing into it. Arms are straight, legs are straight, tailbones towards the floor, tailbones to the ceiling. Now you're going to do the low lunge. So the right foot goes up between the hands. With the back foot, flatten the foot, top of the foot's to the floor, knees to the floor, square up the hips, pushing them forward diagonally, back straight, maybe arch. See, I can go to my palms now. I loosened up. Fingertips would probably be better for me, but I accept where I am, focused on the breathing. And as long as your mind and body is connecting to the movement, to the pose, mind and body is becoming one, you're doing yoga. It doesn't matter how the pose looks. You're letting go of the mindset of control, of judgment, settle in it, accept it, and focus on the breathing. Extremely, extremely important. Now we're going to do the pigeon. Right foot goes over to the left side. There's a foot down from the left hand. So you lengthen up. So with the back foot, the top of the foot's to the floor, fall on top of the leg, and you're not pushing down, you're just accepting it. And for me, this is where I have the issue with my lower back. It's actually from my spine. It shoots down my leg. And I'm aware of that, but I'm focusing on the breathing. You focus on the breathing, you're aware of where you feel the stretch, but you're not focused on those areas. Just aware of it. You're focused on the breathing. Now palms to the floor, push yourself up. You're doing a scoop. So you're squaring up the hip bones, pushing them forward diagonally, and you're scooping up. Head is dropping back, focusing on the breathing. You're thinking of nothing else but the breathing. You're not judging where you are, you're accepting it. It's okay. No matter where you're at, it's okay. I know for me, I know I'm not doing the pose perfectly, but for me, I am doing it perfectly. I'm accepting it. Fall back on the leg. Bring yourself back up. Arms go straight. Square up the hip bones, pushing forward. Drop the head back, focusing on the breathing. And go to the low lunge. So you're going to get there how you have to. So the right foot goes up between the hands. So get there how you have to. Low lunge. Think of the back foot, curl the toes under, knee goes up, high lunge, settle here for a second, then move into the standing forward bend. Pull yourself in and down. Your palms together. Reach out, up and back. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to go to mountain pose. Mountain pose, you're finding that spot where the skeleton's just standing. Lengthen up. Focus on the breathing. You're going to go to easy pose. So if you're on the mat, you're going to go to the back of the mat. I'm going to go to the front so I can face the camera. Kind of nice out today. So right here, what I'm looking at is a box, a chair, a broom, a golf ball, one roller blade, a piece of a desk, and some cable wire. Oh, and a teeny box for the, I have these lights, the long tube lights. Not the fluorescent, but the other one, the LED lights. And, oh, and a water bottom, dustpan. There's a wall right there, and it's somebody's house right there. And a couple birds are outside, rocks, and some cement. Just share what I'm seeing. Everyone, nobody's watching this video. If you are, you're probably like, what? So you're just focusing on the breathing here. Back is straight. Hands are to your knees or your lap. Some people do this. And we'll probably go over 5 minutes. It's not because I just gave the rundown of what's outside. It's because I added those variations. And went a little longer than I thought. And we tilt the head to the right ear to the right shoulder, left shoulder's down, shoulders are level. I was going to say square, but they're level. And you're focused on the breathing. When you focus on the breathing, you're aware of the stretch in the left side of the neck. And bring the head to center. Tilt the head to the left ear to the left shoulder. Right shoulder stays down, back is straight, shoulders are level. And then bring the head to center. Tilt the head back. Bring the chin down to the chest. Head back to center. Shoulder shrug, shoulders to the ears, back, down and around. Shoulders go up, you're inhaling. The shoulders go back and down, you're exhaling. Again, focusing on the breathing. When you're focused on the breathing, you're aware of the movement, but you're not focused on the movement. So shoulders go to the ears, reverse, exhale as you go down, inhale as you go up. And even this little subtle movement becomes a form of a moving meditation. So you're focused on the breathing, aware of the movement. And shoulders go to the ears, bring yourself to the center. Trunk rotations, dropping down to the right, down and around. As you go down and around, the back is straight, and you're exhaling, you're reaching out with the back. You're coming up, you're inhaling. And just focus on the breathing, the body's following the breathing. So when you want to exhale, you think I should be exhaling, or you should be exhaling, you're going down. When you're at the part where you're coming up, you should be inhaling. So the trunk comes to the top, you're going to reverse, exhale as you go down and around. Inhale as you go up. Body's following the breathing. You're focused on the breathing. You want to trunk goes to the top, bring yourself to center. Have spinal twists. So left hand's on the right knee, right arm goes up, pull yourself up, then twist, palm goes to the floor and send the back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and you're focused on the breathing. Go ahead and release. Off the side, right hand's on the left knee, left arm goes up, pull yourself up, then you twist, palm goes to the floor, it's in the back, arm is straight, and it's against the back. Make sure the head is twisting and focus on the breathing. Go ahead and release. So hands to your knees or your lap, back is straight. Awareness is on the breathing, you're focusing on the breathing. When focusing on the breathing, you're just watching yourself breathe. So you're letting go of the mindset of control, trying to be somewhere, and you're just watching it. You're already breathing automatically. And just watch it. And two good ways to do this is you inhale, the belly swells with air, and then you exhale, the belly goes in. Just focus on that. Or you focus on the tip of the nose, where the air goes in and out. Just watch it. Don't control it. Let go of the mindset of control. You reach behind you, grab the left wrist with the right hand. You're going to lean forward for the yoga seal. So the forehead's going down towards the floor, or to the floor. You're sealing in all the benefits of the yoga poses and keeping the peace that you gained through the rest of the day. Go ahead and bring yourself back up. Hands go back in front, back is straight. Let's stay here just a little bit longer, so just watch yourself breathe. Don't control it, watch it. Palms together. Namaste. And that's it. Number 36. Number 36. For 36 days I've done yoga. I've performed yoga. The camera's usually there. I looked at the camera. The camera's right here. So, no, right here. So I have, can't do the math. Let's think so. Still can't talk. Never could talk. Growing up in Virginia doesn't let you be talking, right? So number 36. So I have 329 more to go. Straight. So I've done 36. I plan to do 329. Now, of course, something can happen. Kids could get sick. I was thinking that this morning when my daughters woke up, and it made me think like, hey, if one of them gets sick, I might not be able to do this. Then I got selfish. I was like, well, I could put a cot right here, and So things do come up, but I doubt it. I'm gonna make sure I can do it. Inshallah, that's what they say. God willing. Then one day it might not happen. I doubt it. I'm gonna try. So I'll see you tomorrow, 5:30 a.m. Arizona time, Mountain Standard Time. Namaste, peace and love.